and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Robert Ricketts, the owner of ITCOMO. How are you, Robert?
Doing well. Thanks for having me back again.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay, so you're ready to teach us a little bit about the internet while traveling.
Right.
Because we all have questions. I mean, you know, they tell you to turn your internet off when you're on that plane.
Well, so they're actually kind of turning that around now. And this was a kind of a requested topic to talk about.
Yeah.
So how do you get to the internet? I mean, not just a local Wi-Fi on the plane for watching movies, but actual internet while you're on a plane. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Well, so there's several ways that can happen. One of them is what we call air to ground, which is where the airplane has special antennas that actually can talk to the cellular network just like we do on the ground, even from way up in the air.
From way up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They also can use satellite-based internet. That's not quite as good because of just the mechanics of how satellites work. We also have the new Starlink satellite, low Earth orbit satellites that SpaceX has been setting up, and those work great.
Okay.
And then, of course, what happens when you're halfway across the Atlantic Ocean? So we don't really have any cell towers out there.
Right.
So the planes can then talk to the satellite systems out there. And it works the same way on cruise ships.
Okay, on cruises as well.
Right. So people looking to get away from it all can still work while they're on their cruise.
Which is exactly what you don't want to do, but you do anyway.
Yep.
You do anyway. Unless you just leave your phone at home.
Right.
Which, have you ever done that?
No.
Yep.
No, you need your phone.
You do. You need your phone. But what about when you're traveling internationally? And how do you keep those fees down? Because you still want to call back home most times, right?
Or just, even if you're not calling home, just using your phone abroad. I mean, it's a rookie move to turn your phone on in a foreign country without having really set that up ahead of time.
Okay.
So at the very least, you want to have an international data plan with your carrier.
Okay.
That could save you from having a triple or even a 4-digit phone bill when you get home because you streamed one too many movies or you use the internet a little too heavily on foreign networks.
Yeah.
So you can buy a local SIM card in the company or the country you're visiting, those little bitty chips that slide into the side of your phone that can give you a local phone number of whatever country you're visiting, and then you can use a local data plan.
Really?
Right.
So you can just walk in a store in Spain or wherever you are, the Bahamas, and buy a local SIM card.
That's right.
Oh.
And those are going to be prepaid. So you're paying for a certain number of gigabytes at a certain speed that will last for a certain number of days.
Okay.
And you just buy a card that has the length of time that you anticipate your stay to be. And when you're done, you just toss out the little SIM card and you're finished.
And you're finished.
Right.
Okay. And that is totally separate from your regular phone bill.
That's right. In fact, I would disable the SIM card or even remove it for your home carrier.
Okay.
You don't want to have any risk of talking to a foreign cell tower using your home internet or your home carrier.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
And those are very inexpensive. For maybe 20 euros will take care of you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Perfect. Okay, that's very good to know. Very good to know. And should I be streaming while I'm international?
Probably not. Watching a YouTube or TikTok video because they're so quick, that's probably okay.
But not like
movies, TV shows, no.
Okay.
No, that will chew up your data.
Okay, so what we're hoping is, hopefully, if you're on an international trip,
right.
that you're enjoying.
That's right.
Right? That you're away
taking
from
pictures, making your own videos.
Yeah.
But importantly, you want to turn off the auto synchronization where that stuff gets uploaded to iCloud or wherever.
Oh.
Because that too will chew up data.
Okay.
Save it for the hotel Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm. Right, so you can still get on the hotel Wi-Fi whenever you check in.
That won't eat up any of the data that you bought with that little SIM card. Now, a lot of new phones don't have a SIM card slot.
I was going to say, I don't think mine does.
That's right, neither does mine.
Okay.
So we have a new thing called eSIM.
Okay.
So it's an electronic SIM, and you can buy that electronically. It's emailed to you or linked to your phone somehow, and then it does the same thing, but there's no physical card involved.
Okay, so then how do you, so with that, like the newer phones that do not have a SIM card, and you can't take a SIM card out.
That's right.
So you just got to trust that it's all going to work out.
Well, so what happens there is there's many apps that do that. I use one called Airlo.
Okay.
And it lets me purchase a SIM card for whatever country I'm visiting, or if my itinerary is several countries, I can do a country eSIM.
Okay.
You pay the through the app, and then the SIM card code, the signature for that SIM card is downloaded to your phone, and then you can just select it once you go abroad and turn off the built-in eSIM.
Okay.
So your home carrier has no idea that you're in Italy or Spain or wherever. You're using the Airlo SIM card.
Okay. Okay. So the eSIM card is a good option.
That's right.
For people who have the newer phones that don't, because I don't know if I've had a SIM card in my phone the last probably 2 that I've had.
Right. It would be an eSIM.
Okay.
Exactly. Right.
Okay. Well, that's really good to know, because I have only ever just called my phone carrier and said, hey, I'm going to be in, and added like whatever the little.
And that's fine. That's one way of doing it.
Okay.
Probably a little more expensive, but it's still way cheaper than not doing anything.
No, it is way cheaper than getting home and having that bill. I did have that happen once, and it's not fun.
Right.
Not fun. And there's nothing they're going to do about it either.
Nope. That's one of those gotchas.
Yeah, it is a gotcha. It's definitely a gotcha. Okay, so let's do a little recap on what we should be doing when we're traveling internationally. We should turn our phones off on the airplanes when they ask us to, so we can pay attention to the flight attendant.
Yep.
Okay. Set up some kind of international data plan.
That's correct.
So, or go to the store when you get there.
When you get there,
buy a little SIM card.
Buy a SIM card.
Or do an
eSIM.
An eSIM card. Okay. Well, I'm all ready to travel now. I just need somebody to book me a trip. That's all I need. I just need an international trip plan so that I can use all these great tips that Robert has taught us.
Great. Thanks.
Robert, we always appreciate you. I always learn so much when you're here about technology and all the things.
That's what I like to do.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm sure our listeners do too. So thank you for being here.
Stacey.
And we'll see you next month.
Yeah.
Welcome to your Be Well moment presented by Burrell Behavioral Health. This is an invitation to try a short, square breathing practice. I will count to 4 as we breathe in. We'll hold our breath for 4 counts, followed by breathing out for 4 counts and a final hold for 4 counts. Let's try together. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue square breathing until it feels right to stop.